Fulvia's story concludes in silence, yet her legacy reverberates through history. In the centuries following her death, historians wrestled with placing her in Rome's grand narrative precisely because she shattered every convention of Roman womanhood. She didn't merely whisper advice from behind curtains. She seized power directly. This audacity made her simultaneously unforgettable and profoundly disturbing to Rome's patriarchal order. In a world where women were expected to exert influence through subtle manipulation and strategic marriages, Fulvia commanded through bold policy, military action, and political spectacle. She wasn't content to be a consort. She emerged as a commander in her own right, yet history remembers her defiance rather than her achievements. Roman chroniclers, confronted with a woman who refused to remain invisible, rewrote her as strident, ambitious to a fault, and dangerously disruptive. It's peer beyond these characterizations, however, and a remarkable figure takes shape. Fulvia stands as the first Roman woman to mint coins, bearing her own name and unprecedented assertion of public identity. She orchestrated political factions with masterful precision, wielded marriage as a strategic weapon, and navigated the treacherous currents of Roman street politics with unmatched skill. Throughout the bloody civil wars of the 1st century BCE, she moved not as a passive observer, but as an active strategist, a woman whose very existence terrified senators and shaped the trajectories of triumvirs. Her eventual downfall stemmed not from incompetence, but from the twin barriers of timing and gender. Had she been born male, history might have celebrated her as a second Caesar or a more charismatic Cato. Instead, she was branded the dangerous woman who overreached. Nevertheless, her influence silently persisted. Later, powerful Roman women, Livia, Drusilla, Agrippina the Younger, and even Cleopatra herself, operated within spaces Fulvia had carved into the marble of Roman politics. They would manipulate emperors, command armies, and control succession. But Fulvia pioneered these paths without the protective shield of imperial title. Today's historians have begun to reassess Fulvia through a more nuanced lens. No longer dismissed as merely a cautionary tale, she is increasingly recognized as perhaps the most politically formidable woman in Rome's Republican history, a figure who tested powers, boundaries, and paid the inevitable price. She didn't merely exist during the age of triumvirs. She challenged them directly. Though Rome attempted to erase her from memory, Fulvia left her mark on every facet of the Republic's final collapse.